It is 10 years this week that I moved from South Africa with my family to the United Kingdom. We stayed there for a little more than 2.5 years and then moved to Western Australia, where we are all based now. To commemorate that event, I am releasing a new course on the Overland Workshop. It is free to anybody who's interested. It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Overlanders. Thank you, Stephen Covey, for that excellent title. I just twisted it a little bit. And I'd like to present to you now the lesson about mission first. I'm Andrew St Pierre White, explorer, overlander and broadcaster with over 40 years driving 4x4s. Welcome to 4X Overland. I'm a prisoner of this hill. I have many systems in this vehicle. You will have many systems in your vehicle, and every single one of them has got a specific mission. So I'll give you an example. What kind of travel are you intending to do? Okay, is it weekend, lots of weekend trips? Mission. Is it one big trip that you've been dreaming of all your life? Big trip, over a long period of time. Where are you going to go? What kind of trips are you going to do? Because now you've spoken about how many seats, what kind of range you're going to need of the vehicle, okay, and what systems you have in the vehicle to sustain you and your crew while traveling. Mission. I like to do long distance trips, like the one I'm doing now. I'll be away from home for about 10 days. Not particularly long, but I do them quite often. I've done much longer trips. But, so how do I sustain myself? I will, for example, have the ability to cook on a fire. Sometimes I can't always make a fire. In Australia, if it's fire season, you don't make a fire. That's it, no fires. So what do you do instead? You cook on. In my case, I've actually got an electrical induction system. I could have gas. I've had gas for years. These systems work very well. I've also got this little guy here. This is a little oven, and it enables me to keep food warm while driving. So in other words, if I'm doing these long trips that I like to do, mission, I can put food in there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and by 5 it's lovely piping hot and warm. I've pre-made the food. So therefore on my long trips, because I'm doing long days driving, mission, long days driving, I might want to arrive late at the campsite because I need to make up time, and therefore I don't want to have to get out cooking equipment and prepare meals for everybody. Ta-da! Mission. It's not just a nice thing to have, it's fulfilling its specific purpose because of the kind of expeditions I like to do. You may be completely different. You might love to do lots and lots of weekend trips, and you can always make a fire. Doesn't matter. You always want to make a fire anyway. You love cooking on the fire. That's your thing. Well, why would you have a travel buddy? Well, you might still have one, but it's not mission critical. In my vehicle, what is mission critical? Mission critical would be that. I can always cook a meal on that. Okay? Gas or electric. Okay? That's my mission critical cooker. That is it's become a bit of a mission critical item because I like it and use it so much. So now I'm fulfilling that part of my mission with this new piece of kit. And so often with equipment, the advertisements, the YouTubers like myself are using a piece of kit and you go, oh, I've got to have that. It looks so cool. All right, there's nothing wrong with that. I do it myself, but What part of my mission is that fulfilling? Mission becomes first before product. Electrical systems, honestly, is a minefield when it comes to mission critical and mission first items. All right, in this vehicle I'm running a fridge. I have lights, I have the battery system. My batteries are actually behind this panel here. I have lithium batteries, and I need that power and the batteries to run those items, and I also heat my water using electricity. So again, mission first. When I designed this vehicle for the kind of thing that I like to do and my particular mission, it was very important to me to be able to have a hot shower. When I was younger, it was less important. I could quickly do something. It was easy for me. Now I'm older, to keep me going on a long trip, particularly if it's hot, obviously, I need a shower. If a piece of equipment that you're fitting to your vehicle is difficult to set up, difficult to use, clumsy, a pain, and sometimes doesn't work, then make sure that piece of equipment is not mission critical. I have been with other people, and I'll say to them, you know, for example, I travel with friends of mine in the United Arab Emirates and Oman. They're lovely people to travel with, very experienced overlanders, and I'm loaned a vehicle. And some mission critical items are missing from the vehicle that I use. And it's always a shower. So when I say, look, I really need a shower, I see them set up their shower. See, for them, a shower isn't mission critical. They can take it or leave it. For me, it's mission critical. So I build it into my vehicle. I make sure, and I have a shower system in this vehicle, and it's electrically powered. It takes 40 minutes for the water to get to shower temperature. So I will turn it on. I will often just turn it on during the day while I'm driving. It's been on all day today while I've been driving, because I thought this evening I might have a shower. I'm not going to, because it's really, really cold. But the point is that the system in there is a mission critical item for me. It's not, oh, that looks nice, let's do that. Let's have 400 amp hour batteries. Wow, I've got 400 amp hour, aren't I wonderful? Why do you need 400? I've got 400. You know, I don't need 400. I don't need it. And reason why I've got 400, I've got space for 400, and I've got the battery manufacturer saying, please use our batteries. I could do, and I'm electricity heavy user, because I have the Travel Buddy oven, I've got my hot water, and I'm even doing electric induction cooking. I use a lot of electricity. The reason why I could get away with 200 amp hour and not 400 amp hour is that most of my trips I'm doing a lot of moving. In other words, I'm driving every day, if not every second day. So I am charging the batteries using the engine alternator. Now, mission, this is all about mission, right? If my mission, my type of traveling was different, and that I like to park off at the beach, then 400 would be very, very nice to have, and then I would supplement it with a solar charging system. Maybe put them on the roof, I don't know. Actually, because it's a tilted roof, not. I would have solar blankets. I have a system in here where I can plug in a solar blanket. I have yet to use it, because if I had 200 amp hour, then I probably would be using it. But the most I've ever spent 2 nights in this one place with this vehicle is 2 nights, and the 400 amp hour battery capacity was plenty for me to do everything. Plenty. And I've got a good charger in it, so the engine charges it quickly. See, what I'm trying to say is, what's my mission? The trap is you see YouTubers and you go, wow, I like that. But that's fair enough. But why do you like it? How will it serve your mission? So many, and I built, and I don't do it any longer. I build four-wheel drive vehicles for clients, and I know a lot of people are very close friends with people that build some beautiful overland, equip beautiful overland vehicles for people. And my clients, no, I want as much power as you can give me. And I would ask why, and actually get a little frustrated. Maybe that's why I don't do it anymore. I just get frustrated. Why? Well, you don't need 400 amps. Why do you need 400 amps? I mean, the one guy had 400 amps and he had a 280 amp hour alternator and massive solar panels on a roof rack on his roof like this, and panels on the roof rack. The roof rack was covered in panels. Why have a roof rack? Because he couldn't stop himself buying things. The end result was the vehicle was very heavy. Very, very, very heavy. Because he couldn't stop himself. He wasn't saying, what's my mission and what do I need to fulfill my mission? He was just saying, gee, that looks nice. Yeah, maybe just in case, I better get that too. And the just in case phrase is very expensive and very heavy.